Good day, everybody. It's Daniel here, and this is our next Emotional English Podcast episode where we learn an English language effortlessly, emotionally, fulfilled with energy, and of course, positively. Welcome, everyone. And today I have prepared another episode for you guys with new emotional English story. It's a moral story for little folks from a great, nice book which called Moral Stories for Little Folks. Who is the folk? It's the person, like a man, right? The human being. And little folk, it's like a kid. So moral story for a kid from the book of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It's a very popular group in America. So this book was printed very long time ago. It's printed at Juvenile Instructor Office, Salt Lake City, Utah State. Most of people are Mormons, not morons, but Mormons. It's like a big group of people who believed in their version of Jesus Christ's story. And if you're interested, just check it out and check who our Mormons are. But they do a pretty good job with teaching moral lessons, and that's why I'm using their book. And the story which I'm getting into today, it's called The Faithful Shepherd Boy. Faithful Shepherd Boy. It's the name of our today's mini story. This is a not very short story, and that's why I'm not going to do it, and I'm not going to read many times the same story today. I'm going to read step by step, and I will concentrate my attention into the little statements or phrases which are kind of hard to understand. And then I will comment it with my own words, with my own thoughts, and we will go step by step. We will rephrase it a little bit. Yeah, by the way, if you want to speak English greatly, so the best recommendation for you is to rephrase the sentence you're reading. For example, you see the situation about something. Let's say you read the story about the monk who is doing something in a church or in a temple, right? You're just rephrasing the story on your way, how you understand it, and using more simple words. Because if you can rephrase something hard with more simplicity, you have better understanding, and you easily can retell the story to somebody else. If you cannot rephrase, it means that you're not really getting the information and you're not having enough words to describe the story content, right? So that's why it's a very good lesson for you to retell with more simple vocab to somebody else or to yourself while you are doing your dishes or cleaning your house. It doesn't matter. So let's go into the story, shall we? So let's begin. A faithful shepherd boy, or the faithful shepherd boy. What does it mean, faithful boy? Faith is the part of this word. Faithful, it's an adjective. Faith, it's a noun. So faith is something very good. If you're faithful, you are doing very good job because you're sacrificing yourself. You are very honest. And I would say you have a lot of respect from people. People trust you, trustworthy, faithful. These all things are very connected to each other. If you're very faithful, people believe in you, believe in your actions, and believe that you are doing a good job. They can trust you when they ask you to take care of something because you have enough faith. You have enough trust. They can trust you, okay? So, and a faithful shepherd boy, it's a boy who can be trusted, who can you say something and the boy will follow your command and do it the best, okay? So this is the case. If you have faith, you're a good person. If you're faithless, you are not having this trust. Okay? So let's begin. The boy's name for today, his name is Gebhard. Gebhard, right? Gebhard. It's the guy's name. Gebhard was a German shepherd boy, and noble fellow he was too, although he was very, very poor. So we have the guy, his name is Gebhard, and he's a shepherd. Shepherd, it's the guy who is kind of checking out on, controlling the group of sheep, right? So, and, if you don't want or don't like the phrase group of sheep, you can use the word flock, right? The flock of sheep. So that's a group of sheep together, right? So one day, as he was watching his flock, which was feeding in a valley on the borders of the forest, a hunter came out of the woods and asked. So we have the situation. The flock of sheep kind of walking around eating grass, right? Where this flock is eating grass. Do you understand? In a valley, right? They're feeding all these sheep, kind of feeding in a valley on the borders of the forest. So we have the valley, and this valley is very close to a forest. And there is a hunter, right? And the hunter came out of the woods, right? So there was a hunter there. The hunter came out of the woods, and the hunter is asking the question, how far is it to the nearest village? Right? So we have a Gebhard, the boy, shepherd. So he's controlling his flock of sheep, and the hunter is kinda showed up, came out of the woods, and asked the question, how far is it to the nearest village? 6 miles, sir, replied the boy, the shepherd boy. But the road is only a sheep track and very easily missed. Okay, so it's not very visible, right? The road is a very bad quality, and the boy is saying the road is only a sheep track. Only the sheeps were kind of walking through it, right? And it's very easily missed. It's not very visible. The hunter glanced at the crooked track and said, when somebody's glancing is like, it's just looking at something, right? With a second, right? So the hunter glanced at the crooked track and said, yeah, another great word, crooked track, right? When the road or the track crooked, it looks like a crook. The pirates, and the leader of every pirate group is the captain with it's kind of handless captain. And instead of the hand with 5 fingers on it, he has a crook, right? So the crook, and this is what it is. And just make sure that you know what is a crook. It's just, am I correct? I think it must be it. Yeah, it's just a crook. It can be a hook as well, but crook is more understandable, I guess. So crook is just this metal thing which goes out from the hand, and it's kind of crooking, right? It makes a little half circle, I would say. So as a hook on the fishing rod, it's a crook which come out of your hand, and you see this metal thing. So anyway, I'm just going too deep into it. The hunter glanced at the crooked track, this kind of half-circle track, and he said, my lad, I'm hungry, tired, and thirsty. My lad means my little boy, right? My little boy. My lad, I'm hungry, tired, and thirsty, and you offering me this kind of crooked track to travel to the city. Not a good of you, right? Not a good recommendation, because I'm tired, I'm thirsty, I'm hungry. I have lost my companions, and I missed my way. Leave your sheep and show me the road. I will pay you well. Pretty understandable, right? So he's asking the boy to help him, and he is asking him to leave his sheep and show him the road privately, or just he need this guidance and He's asking the boy to help him. I cannot leave my sheep, sir, rejoined Gerhard. They would stray into the forest and be eaten by wolves or stolen by robbers. Okay, so the boys kind of explained why he's not leaving his sheep, because the sheep can stray into the forest. Stray, it's like walk into the forest deeply, right? Wander into the forest and be eaten by wolves. So the wolves can show up and eat the whole group, the whole flock. And nobody wants that, right? So, or the robbers, people who like to steal things. The robbers can steal the whole flock, right? Well, what of that? Queried the hunter. They are not your sheep. The loss of one or more wouldn't be much to your master, and I will give you more money than you have earned in a whole year. So he's offering kind of the cheating thing, right? He's offering a lot of money to the boy, and the boy is replying, I cannot go, sir, rejoined Gerhard very firmly. He's very straight about it, right? Firmly means very powerfully, right? He's saying, I cannot go, sir. So he's very tough in this case. So he's doing it firmly. It means with a big point. So my master pays me for my time, and he trusts me with his sheep. If I were to sell my time, which does not belong to me, and the sheep should get lost, it would be the same as if I stole them, right? So let's imagine the master pays the boy for his time, and he trusts the boy, right, with the whole flock of sheep, right? If kind of selling his time, which doesn't belong to him, it means that he's kind of cheating, right? He's not doing his job, but the master is still paying to him, right? It's not worth it. It's still cheating, right? So very good moral points of the boy. So he say, I will reply it again. I will say it again. My master pays me for my time, and he trusts me with his sheep. If I were to sell my time, which does not belong to me, and the sheep should get lost, it would be the same as if I stole them, right? So he's pointing out that it's not working well. This whole point of going and helping stranger, helping the hunter, even the hunter is offering the good price for the job. It's not worth it because he's kind of cheating with the whole idea to his master. It's not good. So, well, said the hunter, if you will trust your sheep with me while you go to the village and get some food and drink and guide, I will take care of them for you. So the the hunter is offering the option number 2. He's offering to take care of the sheep while the boy is going to the village and asking for help, for food and drink and guidance. Okay, so he's saying, I will take care of them for you. And the boy shook his head, is like, nah. No. The boy is shook his head, right? It means shake, but in the past tense, I guess. So the boy shaking his head, no, saying this. The sheep, he's like saying it very powerfully. I will try to do this intonation here. The sheep, said he, do not know your voice. And Gerhard stopped speaking. And what? Can't you trust me? Do I look like a dishonest man for you? Asked the hunter angrily. The boy is continuing to saying, Sir, said the boy, you tried to make me false to my trust and wanted me to break my word to my master. How do I know you would keep your word to me? It's a very powerful point. So the boy is saying to the hunter, that Hunter tried to make him false to his trust. So when you false to your trust, it means that you are not following the words you are saying. For example, you say, I will do my dishes to your mom. And then you are falsing your trust by not doing your dishes to your mom. You're falsing your trust. So people cannot trust you after all. So you're not trustworthy. You are kind of dishonest because you're not following your words, right? So the boy said, I would repeat again, boy said again, you tried to make me false my trust and wanted me to break my word to my master, right? Breaking the word. Again, it's like the interpretation of this mistrust. How do I know you would keep your word to me? So the boy is not trusting the guy because the guy looked like a dishonest man. He is trying to cheat. He tried to cheat with the boy. He tried to cheat with the whole idea. So why he would do that? No points here. So the hunter laughed like this, The hunter laughed, for he felt that the boy had fairly cornered him. It's a good phrase. The hunter laughed, for he felt that the boy had fairly cornered him. Fairly cornered him. Imagine the corner of the room. And when the boys are doing something bad, the mom say, hey, go to the corner, right? And the boy is standing near the corner of the room and thinking of what they've done, right? So it's just the popular discipline activity, right? So the mom is saying, go to the corner, and you go to the corner and you're standing there, you're not moving, and you're kind of thinking of what you've done before. So, and the hunter is kind of saying, laughing first, and then he's thinking of this thing, and he realized that the boy fairly, it means it was fair that he said that he was very dishonest in his actions, right? So he fairly cornered him. He put the hunter into the corner, right? He cornered him. He said to him, hey, mister, go to the corner. You are the wrong person to talk with, right? So, and the hunter said, I see, my lad. I see, my little boy, right? Lad means the same as little boy. I see, my lad, that you are a good, faithful boy. I will not forget you. Show me the road, and I will try to make it out myself. Okay, so he's kind of accepting the boy's position. He's saying that he's very, very faithful. He's saying it to the boy, that the boy is very faithful, right? He is not cheating. He's not cracking his words. He's following the main idea. He's following his words. He's very honest, and it shocked the hunter. So, I will not forget you, he's saying, right? So it's a blessed guy, right? Show me the road and I will try to make it myself, right? Make it out myself. So he's just asking, where is the road? And Gerhard now offered the humble contents of his scrip to the hungry man, who, coarse as it was, ate it gladly. Okay, this is a good phrase. Let's discuss it a little bit. So Gerhard now offering the humble contents of his scrip. It's like he got some lunch or something with him in his sack or whatever in his pocket. So he's offering the humble content. Humble means not much in this context, right? He got just a little piece of something, a little piece of bread or lunch or apple, I don't know. So the humble content of his scrip to the hungry man. So now man is eating it anyway. Coarse as it was. Coarse means kind of stony, okay? It's not very easily to eat because it's probably very dry. The bread is not fresh. It's very coarse as it was. But he ate it gladly because he was hungry, right? The man was hungry. He ate coarse food, but it doesn't matter because he was very hungry. Anyway, it's a good action of a boy again. So the boy is doing the second thing, which is very honest of him. He offering food he got for himself, and he's offering it to the hungry man. Another good action, another good moral example. Presently, his attendance came up, and then Gerhard, to his surprise, found that the hunter was the Grand Duke who owned all the country around. Okay, so that was not just the hunter, that was a duke, Grand Duke. It's like a big manager of this place. And the duke was so pleased with the boy's honesty that he sent for him shortly after and had him educated. So, the hunter was not just the hunter, right? He was a duke, the Grand Duke of the land they were into, right? And maybe it was just a test, right? And he tested the boy. The boy showed his honesty, and he was so pleased. The hunter was so pleased. The Grand Duke was so pleased that the boy had done it to him. And after years, Gerhard became a very rich and powerful man, but he remained honest and true to his dying day. Okay, I like this phrase, to his dying day. It means until the end of his life. So until, for example, I'm planning to teach people English until to my dying days, right? To my dying days, until dying days. It means until I'm dying, right? So I'm trying to be honest with my students to my dying days, right? It's a beautiful phrase to say. So, and Gerhard became a very rich and powerful. He got educated by this beautiful Grand Duke. He gave him this education, this opportunity. So, and the last phrase is just about the general idea of this story. Honesty, when you're trying to be honest with people. Truth, fidelity, are precious jewels in the character of a child, right? It's these three good words describes the beautiful character of a child. Honesty, be honest. Trustworthy, to show the truth. And fidelity are precious jewels of a character of a child, right? And maybe you can ask me, Danilo, what is fidelity? I will try to give you the synonym. It's like, it's this, I need like loyalty probably is the best, synonym for here. Fidelity, loyalty, this sacrificing beingness. So this is the fidelity. When you sacrifice your time, and you do something for others, you're showing your fidelity. The fidelity showed, the boy's fidelity was that he was he showed a lot of respect to his master, right? The person who gave him the job, and he didn't want to break his promises, right? He promised that the sheep will be fine to his master, and he showed his fidelity with his word. He followed his word, right? So it's a precious jewels of a character of a child, right? Honesty, it's the jewel number 1. Truth, it's the jewel number 2. And fidelity is the jewel number 3. When they spring from piety, they are pure diamonds. I like this phrase. When they spring from piety, they're pure diamonds. It means spring, it means come out from, right? When these jewels come out from piety, they're pure diamonds. And piety, it's another great phrase to say. It's like, how to say it in a cool way? It's it's more religious, I would say, this piety thing. It's I need to give you this somehow. Let me help of a Google. It's this religiousness, right? Or let me see. I'm not very good at this. at this. How do I say it here? Godliness. That's what the Google is recommending me. Godliness, holiness, right? So this is the good devotion, right? Piety. So that's the word. Piety. It's more about this godliness, right? You kind of relate it to your life to God, right? That's the piety. So, and when the beautiful, precious jewels like honesty, truth, fidelity, springing from piety, from this religious context, right? They are pure diamonds. So it's not just a jewel, it's becoming a pure diamond, right? And make the possessor very beautiful, very happy, very honorable, and very useful, right? So the person who has these diamonds, the kid who has these diamonds, like truth, fidelity, honesty, is becoming a very beautiful person, a very happy person, honorable person, useful. So, and that's the end of this story. So Gerhard has all of these pure diamonds, and that's the end of his story. I hope you guys loved it. So we're not having a big questionnaire. I still have 5 more minutes until the end of our today's conversation. And let's read the whole story again, just to make sure that we got the whole context, and you can do it with me. But now, just try to understand the whole story without translating the words. Just try to feel the story. Try to be very close to the word you're hearing, right? So let's begin. The story of a faithful shepherd boy. Gebhard was a German shepherd boy. A noble fellow he was, too, although he was very, very poor. One day, as he was watching his flock, which was feeding in a valley on the borders of the forest, a hunter came out of the woods and asked, "How far is it to the nearest village?" 6 miles, sir, replied the boy, "but the road is only a sheep track and very easily missed." The hunter glanced at the crooked track and said, "My lad, I'm hungry, tired, and thirsty. I have lost my companions and missed my way. Leave your sheep and show me the road. I will pay you well." "I cannot leave my sheep, sir," rejoined Gerhard. "They would stray into the forest and be eaten by wolves and stolen by robbers." "Well, what of that?" queried the hunter. "They are not your sheep. The loss of one or more wouldn't be much to your master, and I'll give you more money than you have earned in a whole year." "I cannot go, sir," rejoined Gerhard very firmly, like this. "I cannot go, sir. My master pays me for my time, and he trusts me with his sheep. If I were to sell my time, which does not belong to me, and the sheep should get lost, it would be the same as if I stole them." "Well," said the hunter, you will trust your sheep with me while you go to the village and get some food and drink and a guide. I will take care of them for you." But the boy shook his head. No. The sheep do not know your voice." "And," Gerhard stopped speaking. "And what? Can't you trust me? Do I look like a dishonest man for you?" asked the hunter angrily. "Sir," said the boy, "you tried to make me false to my trust and wanted me to break my word to my master. How do I know you would keep your word to me?" The hunter laughed, for he felt that the boy had fairly cornered him. He said, "I see, my lad, that you are a good, faithful boy. I will not forget you. Show me the road, and I will try to make it out myself." Gerhard now offered the humble contents of his scrip to the hungry man, who, coarse as it was, added gladly. Presently, his attendants came up, and then Gerhard, to his surprise, found that the hunter was the Grand Duke, who owned all the country around. So the Duke was so pleased with the boy's honesty that he sent for him shortly after and had him educated. In after years, Gerhard became a very rich and powerful man, but he remained honest and true to his dying day. Honesty, truth, fidelity are precious jewels in the character of a child. When they spring from piety, they are pure diamonds and make the possessor very beautiful, very happy, very honorable, very useful. May you, my readers, wear them as Gerhard did. So that's the last words of the author. And we've done it, guys. We've done another moral stories. We should be honest. We should take care of our words. We should be very good. And if you haven't listened to how to be a good person, just listen to another podcast I've made a couple days ago. Look at it, listen to it, and be a good person. Thank you all. Maybe next week we're having a chance to have finally our first English club. It's going to be free of charge. You're not going to pay for it. You're all welcome to be there. It's Saturday morning, about 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. Moscow time. Just let me know if you want to be a part of our little chat. And it's gonna be all for you guys. It's gonna be free of charge, or you can donate your little amount to my account if you're really excited about this idea. Let's stay in touch and let's be cool about our English learning and with our podcast episodes. Let's stay in touch. I hug you all, guys, and be cool, learn English, be happy. I see you very soon. See you next week. Bye-bye.